need to pull up your socks.
Worst day हमारे लिए इतवार दिन है.
LLB का मतलब नहीं पता तो अब LLB किस तरह करेंगे?
Recently, my family was going through a lot, and a lot of my teachers started getting involved to the point where I used to get called out of class, and I used to get a lot of shit for it, actually. Sorry for the language. Because of that, my grades went down and everything. I wouldn't get proper counseling because instead of getting counseling, I used to get lectured for my family life.
In 6th grade, I remember it was my math class, and it was like the early days of 6th grade, and I just ended up yawning in class, and my math teacher saw me and she completely lost it, and she started screaming at me that how dare you yawn in my class. She started coming towards me and I just started crying, and I was like, I've never had a teacher react like this just by yawning in class. I felt like she was going to get physical at some point, but then she's just like, get out of my class. So I left that class within seconds, and I remember going home and crying to my mom that this happened.
Contract की टीचर ने मुझे assignment दी थी. The next day she came and she told me to stand up. तो उन्होंने कहा आप law में क्यों आए हो? मैंने कहा because I didn't have anything else to do. तो मेरे पेरेंट्स ने कहा तुम ये कर लो. उन्होंने कहा आप छोड़ दो law को क्योंकि आपसे नहीं हो पाएगा.
It happened to a teacher in our class, essentially. So it was in 6th grade, and we had this English teacher, and she always had, you know how English teachers are, there's always some sort of drama going on in their life, there's always something happening there. She always used to come into class, and she would spend more than half the time talking about what was going on in her life, if she had a divorce. One time she told us that her brother had just died, and a lot of the kids in our class started to laugh at her. So that was typically the theme. One time I think this is so bad. One time she had a miscarriage in our class. Full disclaimer, by the way, I did not participate. I didn't participate whatsoever. She had a miscarriage. Again, 6th grade, we were like 12. And a couple of the kids in our class started to make fun of her very, very blatantly. You know, like kids try to think that they're discreet and they're just not. So they're saying things like she couldn't keep her husband, she can't even keep a baby. And they're talking about how her brother died because he didn't want to live in the same world as her, things like that. She ended up having a mental breakdown one time in class, and she quit like 3 months into the school year. So yeah, that's my story of what kids in my class used to do to the teacher. Again, full disclaimer, I never participated.
So teachers never said anything bad to me, which I remember, but there was this incident where a teacher did leave school because of me. So FSC mein we had this Urdu teacher. So sir thoda se na no offense, he was a good teacher, but थोड़े से gay थे. तो gay in the sense कि अब वो पढ़ाते हुए ना मतलब with the hand gestures, बेटा इस तरह and everything. तो उनकी हमेशा ना पहली क्लास होती थी. He used to have the first class, and हम लोग जाते थे. We used to keep our bags and we would just leave, and then he used to collect us around. And when we were back in class, तो हम सर का मजाक उड़ाते थे बहुत ज़्यादा. Like the whole class, not even just 1-2 people, everyone in the class. And एक दिन sir is like, I'm just going to resign. मैं छोड़ के चला जाऊँगा तुम लोगों की वजह से. हमें लगा obviously he's kidding around, he's just joking. But हफ्ता और we continued mocking him, and he just ended up resigning.